You're listening to Weeknight Wizards.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Weeknight Wizards. I am your unfriendly neighborhood GM, Anthony, and I am joined by the four gamesmen. Everybody has had a chance to think about in advance the player question that I have for them. So I'll have each player go through, introduce themselves, and give us an answer for. It's an attraction based. Wait, hear me out.
I'll start.
Bold.
Wow,
first.
bold. I
That
love
is
that.
bold.
Yeah.
Boldly. I am Michael. Don't dox me. I play Manny.
Set the scene for us.
And my hottest take for Hear Me Out is look.
Yeah.
This was first we should premise. This came up when Anthony sent us fairly upsetting Instagram reel of a man whose Hear Me Out was the caterpillar from Pixar's A Bug's Life.
It's not just a guy. This is Professor Lando who explains anime tropes to people. I got to give him credit.
I feel like that makes it worse when you say it like that, but okay, I buy it.
He's a funny guy on Instagram.
Sure. It got me thinking though, because I was like, I mean, obviously there's a long history of people having like crushes on animated characters. I feel like that's like a real thing. But if you have to have like the wildest, like, hear me out, and I was thinking about it, I was like, you have to go with Big Hero 6's Baymax. And I'll tell you that Baymax is soft. He is a big spoon. He's warm. And he is about the comfort of his partner. Like, Baymax would be an excellent lover. So that's my hear me out.
I thank you. I think you're very brave for saying that.
Yeah.
But the way you said it is, you have to go with, like, you're telling all of us that we have to.
Yeah.
Morally.
You all need to fuck Baymax.
I think I'm going with Baymax. I have to.
We're not voting on these. We're just sharing our weird opinions.
I'll share my weird opinion.
Thank you.
I'm Gregory. I play Vera. My weird one is
Hear him out here.
And
very similar to Michael's.
I don't think Kirby. And I don't think I need to explain myself, but I will if you need me to.
I would like just a quick primer.
I can give you a short form. 1, he suck. 2, if you freaky, he become you, and you can fuck you. Which
I don't think you exist after he becomes you, but yeah, that's not untrue.
He spits you out.
Only in Super Smash.
Oh.
He better not spit me out.
In the Kirby verse, you just need to go into the void of Kirby and lose all of your being.
Oh, he's losing all of something.
Very good. Thank you, Greg.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm going to go next, and I don't know if mine's is well, I'm just going to go next.
All right.
And it's 100%. Hear me out, all right?
Hey.
My name is Nick. And
Hear me out.
I play this game. Don't dox me. I play this game with people. But it's Nala from The Lion King. There was something about that lioness when I was younger.
She hot.
Yep.
No other Disney character has ever given fuck me eyes like Nala. I just want to say for the record.
Or the purring up against him and the nuzzles. Yep.
Yeah.
That checks out. Well done.
Nala's down, so you're not wrong.
She's down.
I'm ashamed of everything said on the stream. Do not dox me.
Hi, my name is Joe. I guess I'm going almost last because Anthony's not escaping this question.
Absolutely not. I'm ready.
I'm bringing us back to the world of anime.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going with the turnip spirit from Spirited Away.
Wow.
He's
Very similar to Baymax.
very
again.
similar to
What a-
Baymax, like very
what a pull.
similar.
Hmm.
You know, protective, watches out
Yeah.
for her.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what is the turnip spirit? How does the turnip spirit watch out for her?
He brings her up to he hides her scent from the people who are looking for her, and then he
Yeah.
brings her up like all the way up to the floor where he doesn't need to go. To like make sure that she gets to where she needs to go safely. It's like very
Also-
like
Also, that fit.
yeah, also the fit. The sumo cloth and upside down bowl and nipples hanging out. Just bare chested.
Excellent choice.
Yeah, turnip spirit. Easy.
I think it's the radish spirit.
I think you're right. I think it depends on whether you watch it subtitled or in English.
Oh, sure.
But I don't know
English
that for
dub.
sure.
English dub is I think it's
Yeah,
the radish spirit.
it is in English. Yeah. I don't remember. I might be just wrong.
Gun to my head, if you told me to describe the difference between a turnip and a radish, I'd be dead.
Yeah,
So,
me too.
Yeah, they're pretty similar
Yeah.
roots.
I think of a turnip as being bigger, but
I
that's
think of the radish as being red and a turnip being
I
brown.
was
only on the outside though.
I was gonna go with the sludge river spirit after it got cleaned from Spirited Away, and I was like, no, I think that
Just a mask.
no, it has
Hey, it's
it's
also
a mask of
very
an
wet.
old man with no teeth. That's why I was hear me out.
Similar to
you
Greg's
suck.
point.
But
Yeah.
the radish spirit is a better pull.
Yeah.
Better is a subjective term. It is.
What those tentacles do.
Excellent. So we got 3 thick boys, one jungle cat.
Yeah.
Anthony,
Very
take us
nice.
home.
Balance it
Mine
out.
is very different.
Oh no.
I'm also taking you back. My pick is the spider from James and the Giant Peach.
I don't think this is a very hot take at all, but sure.
It's probably not, but
If I had to pick a spider, if all historical spiders that you had to sleep with, it has to be the James the Giant Peach.
I want to let you know that the second search option when you Google James and the Giant Peach is the novel, and number 2 is spider. So
Really?
there
So
there
you
is
know what
a
they're
cult
searching for.
there is a cultural
Oh,
thought
no.
process here. Yeah.
I see where you got the fang thing.
Like if you told me it was the centipede, that would be a hotter take, I think. But like the spider is
Absolutely.
coded as hot, so
I think any other character in that film would be a hotter take.
Yeah, these
peach.
boots are made for walking. All 6 of them.
it's usually also extremely French, which is of course like again coded, hot coded.
I
But
don't
it's
know.
also like a spider.
It is also
which is-
just a spider. It's not like
Yeah.
a spider with a human torso or something. It's just
It's
a
a
spider.
spider
a
with like a
spider.
human head, I think. I have not seen this character. I'm going purely off of memory. I have not seen this character in more than a decade.
Her
Yes,
eyeliner is on
human-ish.
point.
Yeah. She has a little beret. She's got a little scarf.
Does she have
Uh,
dual dual eyes going
No.
on here?
I think so. I think so because I think they're like supposed to be of the 8 eye. You know what I mean? The multiple spider
Yeah.
eyes, but they're like in one human eye shape, which is maybe worse.
That's pretty
maybe more
horrifying.
upsetting. Yeah.
She looks a lot more mechanical than I remember.
It was the 90s.
Yeah, like actual springs on her legs.
What's crazy is I think
Wow.
I have seen that movie.
That
Wow.
is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
No
Once.
sexual awakening.
No.
No.
I don't know if I remember
He
it.
just says no.
Well,
I'll tell you,
I
there's
do
a beach.
apologize then. I didn't realize that my take was so lukewarm.
Should have gone with the radish spirit. Spirited Away.
That
I'll-
truly is the biggest.
I'll be honest, that
honestly.
did not cross my mind.
Don't kink shame Anthony. Let's be nice here.
I'm not kink shaming.
Is it kind of kink shaming if you're saying they're basically too vanilla fundamentally? Is that kink shaming?
You're not kinky enough.
Yeah, like no, get weirder is what I think the demand was.
I'll have to do some soul searching and I'll
Yeah.
report
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to our game.
Mm.
Can anybody tell us what happened last time?
A lot of things happened last
A
time.
lot of things
I'm hap-
happened.
I'm happy to do it, but that's also because I'm looking at the notes.
I think it would be disappointing if one thing happened.
Yeah, if it's one cool thing, maybe not.
I guess.
But yeah, it was a bit surprising. So we had retrieved the mask. We had portaled to the start of our dungeon, and we made our way to the capital or the palace, right, where of Mixarium.
Yes.
And we basically snuck through, made our way to the second floor, and spent a very long time trying to sneak past guards, not
Yes.
understanding quite what room we were in. And we lit some fires, we distracted people, and we snuck around and realized, oh, Mixarium is like in the room we were in. So Quinn and Wanai snuck past the guards and basically like brought a blade to Mixarium's throat, ready to kill him if he couldn't tell them where the eggs were. And Wanai even slashed his Achilles tendon, which was wild. And
We weren't being
very,
taken
very
seriously.
dramatic.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Unfortunately, it was not Mixarium. It was an imposter. It was Neve, the Capadra. Neve, right, with a V.
Yep.
The spelling here. I'm just gonna change. Can you spell
That's
it
how
actually
it's
for me?
that is the correct spelling for
Of
Neve.
Neve? Oh, okay. Very
Did you
Irish.
spell it the Irish way?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's-
Neve.
What?
So like a G
I
in
said
there.
I
and
said
stuff.
oh Neve.
Yes.
It was not a very
do-
funny joke.
Oh.
Okay. I had it in my head as Neve.
Oh well, that is a fantasy
We can go with-
spelling. That is not the Irish
We can
spelling.
go with the Irish spelling. Irish is fantasy enough for
Well,
us.
this is a fantasy game. That is not the Irish game.
You are wrong.
Like the great Irish
Just
game
kidding.
of Dungeons and Dragons. But so she had actually killed Mixarium.
Let me tell you, boys, about a game that I used to play with my family.
When I was a wee lad in Cork. No, but so she had killed Mixarium because she had been trying to find the young of the Capadra, who had also been taken, much like the Tortles. We made the guards leave and used the mask that we had acquired to cast basically a Speak with Dead, but it was a little more aggressive. We got to see the memories of Mixarium. We got to kind of understand that Mixarium had not the easiest life, and that his son had been killed by demigods, much like us. So maybe a little explanation for his seemingly unreasonable hatred of us, but like also like fuck that guy. So like I don't feel bad. And we also noticed in that he had made a deal with some of the witches slash gorgons on a red sand beach, which we believe we know to be a potential next stop for us. It is in the Red Wastes. What's the name of that?
Karkarum.
Karkarum.
Did I say
Red
beach?
Wastes. Sorry, sand. It was sands.
Yeah.
I implied beach there, but not necessarily. But also, Anthony, beach episode. Just saying.
You
Consider
gotta
it.
earn it, Michael. You gotta earn it.
Gotta earn it. Okay, someday. So we she gave a blessing to Vera, and we all made our escape. We came back to the pair of fools, and relayed our findings to Pelor the turtle. And Pelor is going to help the turtles who are remaining to escape, and we are going to take Sevi, the boy emperor automaton, with us to steal an airship to escape and hopefully get to Karkarum. We also have a sextant we need to open.
And we got to figure out what these masks actually
Thank you
do.
for the reminder.
And
yeah.
should actually wear these masks and attune to them. That's it. That's all I got. Did I miss anything?
Excellent. Yeah, very good recap. I don't think I have any notes. I do have a question before we head out, or before we resume play. Because I don't quite recall the specifics of the conversation, does Sevi know that you are all about to steal an airship? Or
He's
is
the one
he
who suggested it. Oh, he
He-
said take an airship.
He suggested it, and then we cut off. I want to talk to the party in private away from Sebi before we move
I
on.
thought he had mentioned he had one we could use.
Well,
we're
the
like, that was the
Emperor
one that was
has one
destroyed.
that we could use.
Yes, he's saying this as the emperor who can do whatever he wants wherever he
Sure.
wants to.
So what?
Yeah.
I mean, that seems just as good to me.
Right, but
Well, but
except
if
his airship is quote unquote his airship has been destroyed, and we can't obviously to take one will be different than he expects.
well, and nobody knows he exists except I assume the Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
likely?
So I'm gonna first of all, can we long rest in this tavern, or is it like we got to get out of the city right now?
No, we rested.
I need to sleep.
Still.
I need to sleep. So
I thought we did too.
I
but
think you did rest.
I
Okay,
thought
I
we
didn't.
hand waved getting back to the tavern and resting and all
Okay,
that.
I didn't click the button, but so Quinn is gonna kind of pull the party aside and be like, "All right, I think we've put this off for a little while. We have to tell him that he's not the Blood Emperor, right?
I'm pretty
And
sure we
that-
already told him.
We have Quinn.
Did we?
Yeah, we
he
told him
doesn't
he's
seem
an
to believe
automaton.
us. He also knows he was just ahead for a while. Remember?
That's true. But we got to rip the Band-Aid off on he doesn't have
Well,
the power of the Emperor, right?
I mean, there's an old story of elves who were playing. They made these toys animate, and there was this one toy who was a great hero and thought he was a hero, and they had to explain to him that he wasn't a hero. It was this story of toys. I don't know if you were. And it was really traumatic for that specific toy. So I don't know how well this will go. But they made sequels, so I mean.
Yeah, they made 4 of them, and somehow they're all good. It's crazy.
Truly a bard's work, yeah.
All right, I mean, I just...
Okay, no, that's right. You're hey, Sevi? Hey, Sevi?
He's sitting on this bar stool, just kind of just patiently waiting, swinging his legs.
Yeah, I assume he has my dire weasel is hanging out with him.
Yes.
They're buds. Sevi, can you tell me what do you remember of your childhood?
Oh, yes, of course. Growing up at the capital, all of the various dignitaries that would come and visit, the servants who would take care of me and help to raise me, my tutors.
Do you remember how you became like a head in a box?
Oh, that did happen, and no.
Do you think
Quick
that's
question.
weird? Oh, sorry. Yeah, one please.
No, it's actually a question for Anthony. Does he? I forget. Does he look like
Human, right?
completely? Does he look completely human?
Yes.
Would we be fooled that he's?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if you guys didn't see him in pieces,
Didn't assemble him. Yeah.
we wouldn't know.
Yeah, correct.
Got it.
Yeah, so I just want to know, do you think that's weird? Do you think emperors you can just disassemble?
That's not typical, but I don't have an explanation. Was it a dream?
No, because we were there, and you've never been in my dreams.
Manny, it could have been a dream. Let's hold
A
on
collective
here.
dream? What? Are you undermining this?
Do you remember? Do you remember those that food we? Anyway, why don't
All right.
we
Well,
use
I
this,
thought we were
guys?
trying to do a thing here, but I guess I'm getting
Yeah,
fucking gaslit by my own team. Okay.
Why
Let's
don't we
say
use him?
let's rip off the band-aid
what
right
I'm-
now. But let's do it gently.
what I'm saying is, Sevi, you don't have any power over anyone.
Oh, okay, that was a different
Well,
tactic. Okay.
well, here's the thing,
Mhm.
sir. I am the Emperor of Styria.
But there's
What if,
another emperor who's
yeah, what if
much
there was?
older than you.
That is impossible. I am the Emperor.
Can I
So
pull out a
you?
newspaper?
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. He's got to be.
Um,
His face has to be plastered there, or a coin. It's got to probably have
Yeah,
his head on a coin,
a
right?
coin.
sure.
Like I think a newspaper is better of like like from a couple days ago of like announcing the games.
Sure.
That's good. Yeah, they can have one.
Um do you see this newspaper?
I do.
And do you see this man right here written on
Yes.
it?
Quite striking.
Yes. That's also you.
Do you see he's like dressed as an emperor, and like it says the emperor announces the games like at the
He
top.
is wearing the official garb. Yes, that is.
And this photo is labeled with your name.
It is.
So well, I believe that you are the emperor. I'm not trying to take that away from you.
Thank you.
What
Finally.
I am saying is, uh,
There's an imposter at the front we have to murder. I mean,
no,
Another
no,
emperor that's an imposter.
we saved him. Uh,
Oh shoot!
no, what I am saying is, you are also the emperor.
So typically there's just one.
And
How
what I'm
did there?
saying is, he has been the emperor for, I assume, like 60 years. I don't really know how old he is. Aged really well. It's hard to tell.
Fine wine.
Like a fine wine. Just really.
Yeah, no, Sevi. A lot of empires are passed down through blood, and if an
Yes.
emperor couldn't have a kid, but had all the wealth and power to literally design an heir in their image, and they did it, that's kind of the reality I think we're living in.
Well, that would be quite extraordinary.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, honestly.
It is
kind
pretty
of
It
impressive.
is. Yep.
But what I'm saying is, to get to the root of the matter, I don't
Yes.
think we can walk into the airship field and just ask for one.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna fly. Well, it'll fly,
And
but
also,
not because we asked for it.
it will fly, but not because we asked for it. Also, I don't think anyone knows you exist. Because when we met you, we were with Silverclaw, the greatest thief in the land, and he didn't know you existed.
To be fair, not the greatest kidnapper, so maybe.
Well, but
he's
he
just
knows
a control freak.
everything. He doesn't do a job unless he knows how everything.
So, what I'm to understand is that my predecessor is still on the throne, and I am going to be the emperor when he departs. When will I come into power? Because
Well,
I was
usually it's
just
after the other emperor
You
dies. That's how
probably
that goes,
won't.
usually.
You're not his
The-
child.
Really, the
per
question
se.
is, I mean, a lot of this we don't know because nobody knew you existed. So I assume the Emperor would answer these questions for you.
well, let's go speak with him.
Well, he is under a probably medical bed rest, given his
He was almost
assassination
killed.
attempt. Yeah.
And some of us are wanted.
Oh,
All of
goodness
us.
gracious, what happened?
Asterisk all of us.
Well, Stevie, yeah, it was very complicated, but you can rest assured, your Uncle Quinn and Aunt Vera here saved your dad, predecessor. It's not predecessor if they're still around, I guess. Your
Hmm.
future predecessor,
The sitting emperor.
the sitting emperor, from dying, from a terrible assassination attempt, but and saved you from dying in a horrible airship crash. But if
My
that is-
airship?
well, technically your dad's.
I
Gray area.
Very
It's-
well.
Yeah, ownership. I think it's technically your future airship, but They didn't crash it. But yeah, the hard part being that no one knows you exist. No one believes you, and we are also maybe not welcome here. That's the difficult situation.
Almost
So, like,
for
we can't
sure
walk
not
in and talk
welcome
to your.
here.
Yeah, we cannot walk in and talk to your dad. Actually, yeah, especially given recent circumstances, we definitely have to not be anywhere near Imperial forces. Now that I think about it.
And get out of town.
So if we leave town and nobody knows I exist, then how will I come into power when
Well, the Emperor does, and assumably the Emperor will keep looking for you until he finds you.
I-
Assuming. Mm-hmm.
have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
We have this Paragon network.
I'm sure you're familiar.
I'm sure you do, yes.
Well, I mean, it runs all over the country, the world,
It's international.
international. Why don't I'm gonna write the sitting emperor a letter?
Okay. I love this.
And I want to
Hmm.
use.
Use cursive.
So I have his signet ring.
Oh, Helvetica.
I don't know how, like, I don't know if it's sophisticated enough to do this, but I want to figure out a way to make it have a secret message in the letter that can only be decoded by someone who has the signet ring.
Oh. Well, maybe. Hold on. We actually should just ask like Sevi if is there a way to pass messages only a sitting emperor would be able to understand? Because maybe they'd have something like this, like a secret family.
Like a codex.
That's
or
true.
whatever.
Maybe Sevi has like a language they made up as a child or something.
Oh yeah, actually, especially if he's got memories of the emperor, there might be ways to communicate directly that he knows it's valid.
Interesting. Yeah, Joe, can you make I'm feeling like a history roll would be appropriate here.
Sure. I also
Such
have a
a
forgery kit if that would be helpful, but I'll make a history roll first.
If you're gonna use your forgery kit,
It can
Well,
be
yeah,
it can be after.
make the history roll first. Nailed it.
It rolled. Okay. Wow, that second roll.
Amazing.
So good.
Yeah, I think that you would I'm not going to get into specifics. This is a cool idea. Yes, I think that there is a cipher that emperors learn at probably just a couple years younger than how Sevi presents.
The Caesar Codex.
Sure.
Thing.
I'm thinking also like it could even be like I fold up the paper and stamp it with the mark.
Yeah.
And then write the message and then unfold the paper and then like wherever the lines are like that make words, like make those into a different letter. But then if you fold it up again so the signet lines up, you can read the message.
I dig that. That's awesome. Yeah.
And I'm basically gonna say like, dear Emperor.
Can you write out your letter? We can
Yeah.
carry on as you do.
You can dictate it and Manny will write it.
Yeah. I might
I
write
like
it.
that.
I might write it down just so I make sure to hit everything.
Yeah.
And
fine.
then I'll
You
read
don't
it.
have to do it now.
I'll read it when I'm done.
Okay. In the interest of playing the game still, can you make your roll with your forgery tools? I'm gonna have you make it with advantage because I like what you set up and you're not like pressed for time on it.
It's asking for an attribute. Would that be
Probably int.
Intelligence? Or 21.
Yeah.
Good. Pretty good.
Yeah, I think you write a very well written letter. We'll see what you
Mhm.
come up with. But yeah, that's cool. It's a very cool solution.
Yeah, because I think it's good. I mean, the idea that we're like, let him know, like, hey, he's here, keeping him safe, not a hostage, but also it's not safe for us. You put a real terrible racist in power.
Yeah.
Famously words you would say to somebody whose child you've taken hostage.
Yeah, not kidnapped.
Well,
Don't
not,
want
Not
to
a
ransom.
not a
child.
hostage.
Not
Keeping him
child.
safe.
Not
Please.
child, not
Not-
kidnapped.
Yeah,
Please
not
come
child.
collect and
Yeah.
clear our names. Like
Am I-
that is
am I
that's all
being
we
kid-
ask.
There's a Dimension 20 bit where they're like, "Am I being kidnapped? Oh no no no! Can I leave?
Oh,
No, no you." It's similar to that.
Yes.
no. Oh no.
While Joe is writing, do any other party members have actions they want to take?
I do want to check in on Savvy and be like, "You doing okay? That was a lot to maybe process. You need a hug?"
I could use one. Yes.
Okay. Can you roll a performance check? 'Cause I'll just hug him.
Nope. No roll needed. That's a good hug.
No, I don't have anything I need to accomplish. Not
Vera.
in the meantime.
Is automaton like a word in this world?
Construct.
Construct?
Either is fine.
Okay.
Vera, anything from you in this? You're muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, I mean, Vera is like public enemy number one at this point in the
Yeah.
city, so I kind of feel like Vera's trying to keep as low as a possible profile and not alerting herself to the authorities and or the head of the city. So I think she's down at this point to just let this run its course. I don't think she's trying to do anything
Yeah,
else.
I maybe when I and VR are trying to plan a way to get out of here.
Yeah,
Or
I think
yeah,
that's
where's the airship?
that's more Vera's
Sure.
concern is to try to find a way
Are we
out.
all agreed? An airship is probably that would be a really good way to get the hell out of here.
We
And
do
if
know
there's
a
an
boat
airship yard-
captain.
not in this
we
city.
can't go back to
Yeah, I think airship makes sense.
Oh,
Because
also,
once you've
just while-
taken off, I mean you're golden. So
While we're
Yeah.
spinning our wheels, Manny takes the sextant from whoever has it and opens it up.
He can have it.
I think that that Quinn had it. Great.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt Anthony, but can I attune to the Mask of Amoro? Does anybody have any opposition to that?
Amoro's,
I think we should figure out what they do first.
Well, Amoro's the god of protection.
Yeah, but he's
and-
more for the Minotaurs, I would say.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
So
you can. Yeah.
You could wait until you have a mask for the turtles. That's all I'm
I
saying.
kind of like that
There isn't
Vera's
a-
holding on to it.
There isn't a turtle mask. It's more the dragon mask.
isn't-
But yeah,
yeah,
Good-
Vera's like Vera's like, I'll tell you what, we can create a system in which I loan out masks to you when you need it, but otherwise for safekeeping, I am the holder and progenitor. There won't be a mask for Gorgons, so I have no bias in this. So I can
Gorgons are
safely
demigods,
distribute.
right?
Vera, you're connected to magical things.
To Wi-Fi.
Have you tried connecting with the mask?
Only when we've done a group thing. I have not yet, of my own volition, tried to attune to any mask, but also I don't feel the particular need to. I find them utilitarian.
Well, I'd like to.
And gauche. Just to throw that in there.
It's quite gauche.
Oh, attuning
Alright.
to a mask. Gauche. Gauche of you. No, I think she's down for you to like. I guess the way that Vera
Manny,
feels
though.
about it is like
Manny's man.
no, I know, but sorry. What I mean is, I think the way that Vera feels about it is like knowing magic. Things shouldn't be used unless you have a reason to use them at the time you need to use them. Like
Yeah, the
her
hard-
position on that
it's
is
hard because
like,
we don't know what it does, right? So
well,
and
yeah.
attunement takes time, so that's the trick.
Not
Well,
even
but I
that
think
much time.
I think Vera's position on it is kind of similar uh to Quinn's. It's like let's try to figure out what and how they are used before we decide to just like
Mhm.
use them, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Can't
like
figure out how to do it until we attune to it.
That's not.
Like-
That is not true. That's what
I use the stones to destroy the stones.
Well, Sevi,
Um,
do you know what these masks do fundamentally? Specifically tuning powers.
Some.
You know, maybe a Moro. Maybe trying to look. I know it. I have it written down, but the other one.
I loved you in
That
IMDb.
one. Yeah, right. Not Jindo. Not Jindo, right? Yeah.
We have a Moro
and-
Lagon?
Why can't I
No.
find it? Yeah.
It's the
Lagora.
Harangon one.
Lagora, sorry.
The Sevi now.
Look, I just
ha-
think we might need all the advantages we can get to get out of the city alive and I don't want to go to prison. Do you guys want to go to prison? I don't see why we're letting something do nothing when it could
Wanna
be used
eat-
to our advantage.
Well, but
We're
they're
also wanted
they're
people.
incredibly obvious.
Yeah,
Like-
we're wanted people, and wearing a mask will just make us look like guilty people.
And wearing an incredibly famous artifact on your face is one way to draw attention to yourself.
It's not that famous. We didn't know about them until we learned about them from a
I
Dampier
think-
We
that
knew-
was
we knew that
thousands
they-
of years
We knew
old.
they
We knew
thought-
they
we thought they
existed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I asked
me- let
I
me-
asked last session if they were like recognizable, and I think Anthony said like in a like regular sized city, like some percentage of the population would know what they look like.
Yes.
So like
Let
not
me-
not
let-
like not like everyone, but like enough
Right.
people that like
Should be a scholar.
Because
who would
our
be like, "Holy shit."
faces, are not recognizable either, even though they're on wanted
Well,
posters
but are-
everywhere.
think about like a scholar, would be way more interested in getting the mask than getting
Nick,
us.
think about a scholar.
or
for
like an
once.
Indiana Jones type character, like
That
Or like
belongs in
a-
museum.
like an unscrupulous adventurer. They don't,
I think-
they don't care
yeah.
to turn us in,
Let-
but they
let me-
would
let me put
definitely
it-
care to get the mask.
I think Vera would just kind of to the group say, I think first and foremost, the most important thing for us to do is to leave. If in the process of leaving, we decide we need extra power, help, whatever it is, then of course a mask is on the table. But I am of the position that blending into the crowd as early and as quickly as we can is our best ticket to not be recognized until a point where we are recognized, in which case we should do whatever we can to get out of here. But I think starting with an extremely powerful wanted stolen artifact is probably going to draw more attention than it's worth from the get-go. But yes, I agree, attune to it or use it if we get into a situation where we need it.
Yeah, so I see where you're coming from, but you can't just use it. You do need to attune to it first.
But we've used other ones before, right? Like we've
as
attuned
a-
to other maps.
As a group.
You have
We
used them
have
as a
no idea
group.
what the static effects are.
Correct.
We know what the mega powers are.
But what I'm
That's-
saying is there are other masks we have already attuned to, right?
No.
No.
We've never attuned to a mask.
At all.
That's
No.
why.
Zero.
Yeah, that's why
Oh,
we're
we've
saying
just
let's try it.
Yeah, you have used them as a power source to fuel a large
Gotcha.
spell.
Gotcha. Yeah.
On
Okay.
two occasions.
So I think Vera says, who has the highest magical ability of our group?
I mean
Manny
I'm saying
steps
it's
back.
Vera.
Clearly,
Yeah,
it's you,
probably
which
you. Okay,
Wow.
that sounded really bad when you said it like that.
I have
Yeah,
my
first of all,
Sorry,
you didn't have to say it.
I'm
You didn't have to
upset.
say it like
One night, like a really hard W there.
yeah.
Witch.
Witch. Yeah. I think for safekeeping, if we're all aligned as we make our escape plan, either Quinn or I attunes to a mask as an additional advantage, and then we can decide as a group what we'd like to do once we are off this area. But attuning takes time. I don't think we have that much time.
We could have done it
To get
already. You're all being a bunch of hatchlings, and I'm tired of it.
attuning takes a long time.
Yeah,
No,
it's not.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it does. It takes like an hour.
We've been
Oh,
sitting
hours.
here for
I thought
like
it
a
takes
day.
like
We've been asleep.
Attuning to the masks takes 1 day.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's yeah. So here's the thing. I think this is the plan. If you're all agreed, Vera says, I'm kind of famous. Don't want to say it that way, but it's true.
Infamous,
I-
please.
I'm kind of known in these parts, which means I should probably not be seen. I am willing to spend a day attuning to a mask to give us an advantage. If the rest of you want to help us find a way to get out of here safely, which is the best use of time. Because if I am seen, we're in danger anyways. This gives us a material advantage, and it gives you all time to find a path out of the city. I am willing to spend some time attuning.
I think that's a wonderful idea. On a side note, I do have my letter written.
I need
Yeah.
to mail this. I need to mail this.
I need to make a stop at the post office.
Hit us, Joe.
I can type it out. I'll type it out later, so you have a copy of it as well.
Thank you.
I know, but this is just for because I wrote it physically.
Mhm.
Nice.
Dear Emperor,
Sick.
dear Emperor Sevi, what his real name?
Sure.
Sure, it's Sebi. Yeah.
My name is Quintilian, and I represent the Beasts of Burden. I want to let you know that we have discovered your construct heir. He is safe and happy, and will continue to be so. I'm writing today in secret to discover what your plans are with your heir. We will gladly return him when you are ready, but felt it was best to keep him safe. Please feel free to lend us any guidance in this matter. At your service, the Beasts of Burden.
Ugh. Chef's
I don't-
kiss.
I
That's
don't.
pretty good.
I like it. I like everything except for I don't think you should use our names.
He
but
knows. He knows exactly who I am.
Well, doesn't he know your alter ego?
He
You're
knows-
right. I did
Yeah.
do it. I did say
You
Kenneth
did.
Adams.
But
Kenneth
because of the fortune roll, he would be able to recognize Greg.
I just think you should
I-
have him
I-
connect to us through the Heron network and leave
I
our.
have a plan for why we should use our name.
Okay.
And I was gonna get to it. I was gonna
can't
get.
tell you what it is.
No, I can tell you what it is. It just didn't seem narratively relevant right now. I am so in the new edition of the Beasts of Burden. The dime novel that I'm writing and distributing.
Mhm.
Kenneth Adams is writing and distributing. He's gonna write exactly what happened in real life, in the
Ooh.
story, with two changes. One of them is, there's a new character introduced, who is a mysterious Harangon who is wearing the mask of the Harangon god,
The Lagora.
Lagora. So a masked Harangon with the mask of Lagora is the one who saved the Emperor.
Okay.
And also, Adrian Silverclaw, knew what the treasure was, and and Quinn did a very good job at stealing it, and got a lot of props from Adrian Silverclaw.
Love that.
um, and then also, the Harangon with the mask, killed the Emperor, or not the Emperor.
That'd be confusing.
Who's the the racist governor?
Maxarium.
Maxarium.
Oh. Okay.
That's how I remember it happening.
That's how that's how the people remember it happening. Although this is a fiction novel, like
Yeah.
the idea is that it is fiction, but
fundamentally, what has just happened is like there was like a national tragedy, and like Stephen King wrote a book about like how he killed JFK. That's like fundamentally what this is. You know what I mean?
yeah, actually.
Okay. It's your book.
I prefer to think of it as L. Ron Hubbard wrote about how he would kill JFK.
Not how he would, how he did.
How he did.
Maybe
No,
more
he
of a-
didn't. He didn't. A new figure did.
So we have this letter. What is our path forward here?
I guess post office. And
I think we're
then-
stealing an
well,
airship.
So Sevi. So I think the thing is, you're right. An airship is a good way to go. I think you're going to be safest with us because we understand who you are, whereas a lot of people aren't going to understand. And your progenitor will, of course, be looking for you, and when ready, be able to collect you. If you're okay, are you okay coming with us, and we will commandeer an airship, and of course with the expectation to return it to the empire when it's no longer needed.
I suppose that's fine.
You got a better idea, kid?
No, I suppose it would probably be good for me to go see the world. You're right.
Yeah, vacation. Real. You seem real bummed about your all expense paid vacation about to happen.
I also want Sevi to read the note and make sure like everything is okay. Like this is not like a secret from Sevi.
Okay.
Like I read it to the party out loud to make sure that we got everything we wanted.
I think he reads it really fast
sure.
and returns it to you with a couple of like spelling and grammar corrections.
Yeah. You should read my real life handwriting.
Manny, I'm not bummed about going on vacation or going on a trip. I'm still just sort of coming to terms with and a bit disappointed that thought I was the emperor. Apparently, I'm going to be the emperor, and now I have to wait for someone to die who is me, but is
That
not
is
me.
called like growing up. So like most emperors have to wait for their predecessor to die. So like that's
Yes,
pretty
but they're-
normal.
Typically, their predecessor is not them themselves.
Well, yeah, but like what is a parent really,
Oh, okay. I haven't thought about it that way.
He's just your dad. You're just really like strong. Like the family resemblance is just so strong.
Very well.
Okay.
So how do we get to the airship? Should we call a carriage or?
Oh. We're probably going through the sewers.
Ah,
That's probably a good idea. Are you waterproof? Sorry, is that rude?
we had this exact conversation at the end of the last session.
Yeah, we
It was
did.
about sand though.
Sandproof.
I'm gonna assume you're weather sealed.
Everything but the orifices.
Hate that.
You and me both, brother.
They all high five. It's a big five-way high five.
Vera
I
immediately
include the
petrifies everybody to stone. Yeah.
But as we're jumping for the high fives, it's like a freeze
Yeah,
frame.
And then we
Yep.
break apart when we hit the ground.
Yeah. You all have to make the save for Vera's stone glare. The save is 30.
I always wear
that's
my
fair.
glasses when she's about.
Oh boy.
Uh,
All right.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, so I think the group is going to go and try to secure some kind of an exit route, right? And like I will try
Okay.
to attune.
Before we do, Manny did take an action while we were discussing.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Ba-na-na-na.
Look at those. Thankfully, not on this continent, so we're fine.
Did we have
Yeah.
2 to open or only 1?
I
One.
think only the one.
Okay.
When I was looking at our, because I added that sextant to our group, or to the spreadsheet. I
And
have to
there
see
are
it's open now.
no X's where we're headed except in the middle of that water area. And to the west. On Sextant Map 2. They're the only ones that really
Are we like
south.
already there?
We might be missing a sextant map.
Where?
Can we go back to the world map real quick?
Sure.
I'd have to.
Uh,
One of them was
we were
so
on-
close to the 2-bell town.
No,
We were
it's
there-
like the center. We were on the edge of the right edge of that continent or that big.
Oh,
island.
you're right. Okay, you're right.
We were not in the middle of that island.
And we were northeast with the heroes.
correct.
But well,
Most
but
of
we're
most
not
of you.
Sorry, northwest, not northeast.
And we're not them.
All right, we can go
For now.
back.
Okay.
Do we want to do? So when you're attuning, can you like defend yourself and others, or is it like a full concentration?
So
I think
attunement
it's like
in
a thing,
5e
like you
is
do it
an
over.
hour spent practicing with the item. But obviously these are special, so
They take
These
a
will
whole
take
day.
1 day.
probably
I think
Anthony's
it's-
call.
Yeah, like Vera can come with us. It's just that like until tomorrow, he won't. Like Vera won't be connected to it.
Okay, I was thinking like Vera could hang back with Sevi while the rest of us go out, but if Vera can come with us, it doesn't.
Yeah,
I also
the thing. Well, I mean, sorry, not to like separate the group. Strategically, the plan I was thinking is she is the most wanted person on posters, so hiding away while trying to attune makes sense for.
I guess yeah, but my thought is like, it's not like we can stop by here with an airship. So like it would
We
probably
can
make
just
sense
wait
if
for the
we-
airship trip for you to attune.
That's true
Yeah,
too.
we should all try to very stealthily get to the airship yard and then make our escape. That
Yeah,
way, that's
I
what
guess the way I was
kind of
thinking about
narrative
it,
makes sense.
the way that I was thinking about it is like I don't know if we have to do any pre-work to like secure a route, secure any kind of like
Sure.
supplies. Like that's a bit. If we want to kind of hand wave that stuff, that's fine. Like it was just more like if there was going to be a
Sure.
24
if this
hour
was
in
like
which
yeah.
If
which
we were
I was
like
gonna
gonna
be indisposed
prepare for
anyways.
this, or if we were just gonna.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's what I
Got
meant
it.
more. But if we just want to kind of be
Um,
like, yeah, we do this, it's fine. Like we can, yeah. I'm fine either way.
That's a good point. My thought is that we probably don't actually have the time because Mexarium was just killed. So like it's gonna
That's
be even
true.
worse. So like we probably have to go now.
All right, then you all have to Assassin's Creed-esque escort me and protect me as I spend my entire 24 hours attuning to this.
Can I use another disguise kit on Vera?
What is that?
Yes.
A covered carriage.
This is
Covered wagon.
this is a wagon that is full of hay, designed to jump
Awesome.
into by an
Skydive
Assassin's
into.
Creed assassinsman.
All right,
Uh,
I get his hint. We're gonna find a carriage full of hay and stuff Vera in it.
I got a 15
just-
for my disguise kit on Vera.
Yeah, tell me about the disguise that you are assigning to her.
So this one's gonna be like the other one was like loud and hidden in plain sight. This one's gonna be a little bit more like subtle.
Okay.
So I'm thinking like maybe there's like a religious order that has like a particularly large like nun hood.
Sure.
And so it's gonna be like more similar to that. So like it might be out of place, but like people have probably seen it before. But it's gonna be more like a nun, like big headpiece to hide her hair, and face.
Got it. I like that. Yeah, that works.
I'm from a coven. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's probably not too far off.
Coven, convent. What's the difference?
A letter.
Uh-huh.
2 letters, technically. But
Okay.
yeah, I think that makes sense. That's a good strat.
Okay. So we're gonna do it.
Yes.
I do think that there are adequate sewers for us to sneak through, Anthony, because that does seem advantageous.
There was a sewer system he had previously mentioned, but
I'm sure you planned an elaborate sewer.
I feel pretty comfortable in the sewers, guys. So I'm fine with this.
it's close to water.
Really? You're gonna make a Ninja Turtles joke? That's what's happening right now? Come on. Come on.
Just wait till I get a mask.
Cowabunga, one-eye.
Wait till I get a mask and put it over my eyes only, so nobody can see my identity.
They'll never know you're a giant turtle.
They'll never know.
I'm gonna move you all to the city.
And you know what,
work?
Anthony? I've been very good and made very, very, very few Ninja Turtles jokes. So
Move to here. Thank you.
Thank you. Emperor.
So if you zoom in, you can see that there are a lot more guard patrols out right now.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Oh no.
And y'all have to get from the Pair of Fools to the airship yard down at Greyfall Gate.
Yeah.
And
sewers.
to answer your question earlier, I do not have an elaborate sewer system planned out.
well, I mean, I ain't afraid of no guard.
Hmm.
I was gonna say I feel like we're gonna have to cross a guard anyways. So why don't we just take this main road and just go through the one and done guard patrol and just hedge
Yeah,
over
I
it.
I was
does
thinking the
seem
same
like
thing,
most
or
direct
like the
route.
outer edges. Heck, we could go outside of the city at this gate near us, and then just circumnavigate all of them
This
outside the city
is
walls.
this is for viewer and player knowledge. Character knowledge, you don't know where any of these guard posts are. They're not shining up as beacons on your Assassin's Creed map.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fair. I think the position that, just to retrofit that a little bit, the position that Vera is taking is we have to leave. We have to leave quickly. It makes the most sense to try to blend in with crowds. The crowds are going to be on the biggest streets. It makes the most sense to try to go on the fastest route with the most people as quickly as possible.
So I think if we were doing it from the Pair of Fools, that's probably this like pink route that we've already described, which would bring us towards. I guess my thing is, we probably don't want to go to the main square, which is the biggest point. So like, but I can imagine us just to draw freehand
Yeah.
here. I can imagine
Okay.
us going down like this way and then cutting.
Yeah.
Like I could see us doing a
Yeah.
path.
Exactly.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. That's a similar.
Yeah.
sort of path.
Or
That's
that
what I
way,
was
yeah.
imagining.
I
That's what I was
gave the
imagining as
giant crawfish control by all players.
well. Classic.
At some point, we gotta get a party shot or something.
It's not. It's
like
kind
the
of
giant
I'm not
crawfish.
horny
convinced.
crawfish. Yeah,
That crawfish so horny.
so horny. Just wanted to have love. I think that's how we lured it away, right?
I don't remember.
I think it was that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm seeing a lot of drawing here.
Yeah. So why don't you, Nick drew a very similar exit
Yeah,
strategy.
orange to this orange that one heading
My
south.
thought was this maybe on along my road was a larger road which we wanted to stick to, but knowing we didn't want to get to the big circle, we'd cut off at the last point, which would be that. That was my only thought with that.
Sure.
So, but that would, again, trying to take a major road down to the airship base. That's going to lead us, obviously, through that one guard. Cool.
Okay.
Any objections? We feel good?
I feel good.
No objections.
Yeah, sounds like the right plan. Yeah.
Michael,
I've got my
can
habit and everything.
Can you actually move the shrimp?
I have moved the
Yes.
shrimp for first big
Okay.
major junction.
So as soon as you get to this point, let me move the guard patrols.
Oh, they move around.
Oh boy.
Well, they're not just staying there.
I thought they were like checkpoints.
That is what you thought. Okay, the guards have moved.
Okay, well then I think we'd be moving down to here.
Okay.
I'm making like 2 big moves. I feel like that's kind of an appropriate
Yeah, I think so.
amount of movement.
Okay. Oh, I should move these guys.
Sorry.
Make a stealth check when
That
you
when
get
we-
to there.
A group check or
Yeah, let's
do you wanna
do
do
a group check.
so everyone makes it and hopefully we add up to it?
Yeah.
Haha.
I'm not in the oh boy. What did you roll? What did you roll, Greg?
Oh, you know me. I never do anything convenient except killing people.
Pretty convenient.
Wow.
I have really
Oh,
terrible
no.
stuff, but I roll
Can
so well.
I use like minor illusion to like make a noise to draw them away from us? The range is only 30 feet. So I don't know if it's that helpful.
You also already rolled.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna play this one as it lies.
Nice.
So you get to here, and I think that the nearby guard patrol is like just rounding the corner to get back to the main road, and they kind of like they see your heels just as they pass by. So they don't see you fully, but they see that somebody passed by where
busy
they
are
were
the
headed.
streets right now?
Say again?
How busy are the streets right now? I mean, I assume like we laid low. We got 8 hours of rest. It's the next day fundamentally, right?
Yeah.
So
What
it's
time?
like-
What time of day is it that you're heading out?
Right when everyone's going for lunch.
yeah, I think we'd want to pick almost a very high
As
traffic
busy as
hour,
possible, yeah.
right? Yeah.
Okay.
So probably in the morning, maybe it's like a rush hour. People going to work, people going to like stuff. So let's see. Yeah, I'd be, like, assuming-
0700.
That is not lunch.
No, he said breakfast. He said the morning.
Hey, hold on, Anthony. This is a fantasy world. You can have lunch whenever you want to.
It's true. Yeah. You can imagine any world you want,
Yes.
and you know what? Lunch could be every meal.
Thank you. This is a fantasy world that I created,
Ah,
No
shit.
lunch.
and
We-
we eat lunch at a very specific time. It is 11:15 a.m.
That's too early. That's basically
That's,
breakfast.
that's very
It's
Anthony.
a fantasy world.
Everyone's a morning person, and it's very, very hot.
I have to interrupt this for a sec. One of my favorite clickhole articles or Onion articles is local man says fuck it, gets lunch at 10:59 a.m. which is just excellent. It's so good. Yeah.
Throwing my hands up.
Yeah.
So you do make it past this guard patrol, but they do kind of notice that you passed.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't actually answer your question, Michael. It is you are going at what would be normally a busy time,
Mhm.
but I think with the recent commotion that happened with the airship and news, I think, has spread of Maxarium's passing. The increased guard patrol is noticeable by all of the citizens of Nibelis. So the streets are like probably medium busy, They're not like
Mm.
it's not like what you would expect for a full lunch rush, but it's also not like barren.
That's just why I
What-
want to ask, because I'm like, when you're like, oh, they noticed that someone passed there. It's like, uh-oh, are we the only people on these streets right now?
You are
Does-
not.
Does when I notice that those guards clocked us?
No.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, we moved here. Do you have to move your troops again, or are they in the right position?
I moved you there. That's fine. You can take your
Okay.
next move.
I mean, yeah. So unfortunately, we go right down in collision course.
Well,
with
I mean,
this
I
troop.
would like to think that if we were walking and we saw guards, we would not
Sure.
just walk into them.
Yeah,
You'd
probably.
What
like to think so, wouldn't you?
When we get
I
to
know you
this
don't like
point,
that.
what would we see like a guard troop? Is there maybe a convenient shop we could duck into?
There's like a courtyard here. Maybe we could like cut through that.
A magical item
Go
shop?
play hacky sack in there, maybe. They would never notice.
I mean, if we were playing hacky sack, they would 100% rough us up.
Yeah.
We'd look like hooligans.
Just
Pretty-
because
you're
we're
pretty
playing
much
hacky sack.
you're pretty much asking for police
Hey,
intervention
you
there.
beatniks!
Not in my city.
It's
Um
a very anti-hacky sack kind of town.
yes. Can you move into the courtyard?
I don't think it has to be the courtyard, but something.
Yeah.
Kind of, I mean, it's a choke point. So yeah, if we can't hang out in a shop or something,
I'm gonna say make a group. I think it's just gonna be dexterity.
Whoa.
like pull ourselves
Just
into
raw
like a
dex.
door.
Draw.
Raw dog
wriggling.
that dex. Not a saving throw, just
Oh.
a check.
Nice. I rolled a 2.
Oh, it's
Wow,
not a
you
save.
rolled-
It's just
yeah.
a. Sorry, I rolled a save.
It's
Yeah.
probably the same for you, but yeah. Because if it's not checked, you're not going to get any points.
Oh, is
There
it?
it is.
You already rolled so well, to be fair.
You
But
did.
But now I critted. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that you'll be able to find like an alley to duck into. Let me add these all up real quick.
Let it be known, I rolled an 18, then a 19, then a 20 all in a row. So
Wow.
It is known.
It is now.
These are pretty
Gold
great.
star for Greg.
Yeah, but this
Yep.
is good.
Hey, listen, to be fair,
notoriously, yeah.
Notoriously bad at rolling things that are not just killing people. So that's
That's
True.
true. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
Even
I'm
within
gonna
this
say that
episode.
you're able to deftly get past these guards. That was a good dex check.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
So I'll just put you like here.
All right.
And then we walk right onto an airship, right?
And then leave.
Okay, you have made it to the airship yard.
Oh shit.
Oh, badass.
Whoa.
Oh, that's
Whoa, holy
great.
shit.
A series of airships are arrayed before you in a fan-like shape, and they are all gleaming with copper and brass and various instruments. They're absolute behemoths of industrial prowess. You can see them just like towering over you. There appear to be, I think there are 4 docked in the yard. I'm showing you 2 here with this flavor view. There are these elaborate rigs that you'll need to climb to get up to the decks. They all appear to be roughly the same size, and they're all marked with different sigils and designations and names. Make a perception check, everyone.
Hmm.
20. Unnatural.
Wow.
15.
You noticed that let's see. Manny and Quinn, you notice that the airship yard appears to be pretty empty. You don't see a whole lot of workers. You would imagine them just sort of like scurrying up and down this rigging and working furiously on these gigantic machines. But it's pretty empty. And Quinn with the 20, you notice a group of guards is approaching behind you.
Do we know how many people it takes to crew one of these?
Yeah, these
Like, can
one-man
4
operations.
people
It's a good question.
fly them? Five,
Yeah,
4,
that
and
is a
a
good question.
android,
And a child.
and a
And a-
ferret,
And
Wait,
And
Please,
a
and a dire
child
ferret.
and
4 and an iPhone.
sorry, four people and a Harangon.
Oh,
and a dire
oh.
ferret.
I'm kidding.
Mhm.
Yeah, you would know that it takes at least a crew of 3 to pilot one of these.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Airships of these size.
So we should be okay to just like steal it.
Maybe.
Well, we don't necessarily have a crew. Is there like a convenient like airship prison full of a ready and willing crew who want to get out of here?
Quinn, I see that look in your eyes. I know you're not an idiot, but flying something is tricky, I would assume.
Oh, have you
Wait,
have
he's
you
not an
flown a lot,
idiot?
One eye?
Well,
I don't think he's an idiot. He's
What-
just a
How-
jerk.
well, how else are we gonna get this thing off the ground?
We could probably pay somebody to fly us somewhere.
Or
The
force them.
the guards are nearing you.
Anyway, we gotta get moving.
I think looking. You said there's 4 airships.
There are 4. They're
Sevi,
arranged like my fingers are.
Sevi, are any of these? Do you recognize any of these? Are any ones
As we're moving
particularly
forward.
valuable? Yeah, we're like starting to walk
Yeah.
into it. Like, is there one that maybe would be better suited to a crew of our size or amenable?
So he looks across the span of all 4 of them, and he is, as I mentioned previously, he's very human presenting, but like you can see his eyes kind of like move in very non-human ways as he is like taking in all of the like the data and the like information about these airships and appears to be processing it really quickly. He says, I don't recognize any of them, but they do all appear to be roughly the same make. These are Greyfall airships, and that's a pretty standard class. It's considerably smaller than the Acreon class that I'm used to, or I suppose my predecessor father, I don't know, is
Hey,
used
they're
to.
your memories too, so you're used to it.
Sevi, do you know how to fly one of these?
Yes.
Great.
Do you?
With your
Yes.
help, I think so.
Excellent.
Do any of them have the House Akron or House Sisyphus insignia on them?
No, they all appear to have kind of their own like sigils that are individualized to the airships themselves. They don't have any of the Styrian house crests on them.
Do they all have people milling about their
And,
decks? Are
and
there any empty
also,
ones?
Anthony, which one has the most rad symbol and name? Come on.
The guards are right behind you.
No, well, before Michael asks that question, are there any that are less busy than the rest that we could or are they all just as bustling as the others?
There is one viewers can't see this. Here's the airship yard, if you're on my thumb, my middle finger is probably the most sorry, the least attended to.
I mean, we gotta go with the big middle finger from the
The-
GM.
I was gonna say
the
we found the name of our ship.
A middle finger.
The big middle finger.
The big middle finger.
It does have a
SS.
name. It does have a name written across
Mhm.
the Zeppelin portion of it. This is the Verdant Dawn.
Hmm.
Middle finger.
Guys, that one looks the least busy. I think we should head for it. We've got some company.
I fully agree. Let's go as fast as we can.
Yeah, I'd say we move towards that one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
That all things point
Agreed.
that way.
Yeah.
All
Excellent.
middle fingers point that way.
All middle fingers point in that direction. Here we go. I will
Middle
bring
finger
you
finger guns.
middle finger guns. Here we go.
Just middle finger guns. You don't need to repeat finger.
Middle
I think
finger gun.
I think a finger guns is like a compound word, but you're right.
Yeah.
Can we use it in word at a time?
We
can't,
Joe, we can, you can't.
Nice.
So I have brought you to the inner deck of the Verdant Dawn.
Are the guards following us up the?
Make a perception
Whatever.
check.
Okay, whatever it takes to get up here.
Yeah, you're rushing.
I'd like to
Not great.
An 11.
the door.
I think you guys are fine.
I got 7.
Above average. Just
You
not
guys are
great.
probably fine.
Manny's not paying attention to that, so I'm not rolling.
Is Vera worried about the
Oh, very. Well, technically not worried at all. Just
Oh,
vibing.
4? We're probably fine.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
fine.
Manny's just gonna close the
guys?
door.
I think
We're
I
fine.
think we lost him, guys.
I trust you.
Vera didn't even notice people were tailing them. Vera was like, we made it to the dock. We are good.
It's like,
We are
Have you seen
outta
this
here.
mask?
yeah.
Stevie,
Have you seen this giant hood?
Stevie, what does it take to get this thing in there?
Well, one person will have to be at the helm here, and he points to the helm.
Dibs.
Probably
Why-
good to have one person
Dex.
at one of the navigation tables in order to chart our course, and then probably best to have one person up on the upper deck, and he gestures toward. So this is a set of stairs that is we were talking about 3D maps before we went live. So there's get the ruler. A set of stairs that goes down, and then if you go around, there's a set of stairs that goes up.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's
Oh,
Okay.
sure.
three levels.
Manny, will you watch the door while we get this thing headed forward?
Sure. Yeah.
I can take over navigation. I assume.
I got this wheel.
I just want to
Is-
saying things.
is
out
there
loud.
like
I'm
a-
good at survival and? I'm
Is there
pretty
like a
good at
comms
nature.
role to inspire the crew? Because that's really where my
Does someone have to do some
wheelhouse is.
beefy shoveling of coal into a furnace? Because like I'd be really good at that.
Well, the not quite shoveling coal, but there is some engine work. If you go up the stairs, that's where that takes place. The upper deck.
I mean, I can watch the door, but that sounds maybe more for me.
I'll watch the door. You go and do beefy strong boy activities.
Okay, bye.
I'm gonna give I'm gonna look at Wanai. Now, Wanai, I know you've never flown an airship before in your entire life.
You don't
But
know that.
But I know what I feel like it would have came up, but maybe you're a man of mystery. I want you to know I believe in you. I'm giving you a bardic inspiration.
Nice.
So it will be Manny's roll to, or I guess not a roll. It'll be Manny's action to start the airship, and it will be Wanai's action to steer, and Quinn's action to navigate, make sure we're on course.
Just double checking.
Mhm.
When it says my bardic inspiration becomes a D8 at 5th level, that's 5th bard level, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like 90% sure, but figured I would check. It's a D6.
Great.
I'll take
Pretty
it.
good still. Okay, so I have to start this thing.
Yeah, and it'll
what do
just
I
be
see?
sorry?
I was going to ask, what do I see in this room? But so understanding the fiction, but okay, it'll be
Yeah.
what?
So, well, let me describe the interior.
Thank
That's a great call. So this is the entry level. You can see, I want my ruler. There are windows that are pretty much around the entire deck. This is the central floor. You see that there are the stairs that I described, both up and down, and there is another room back here. The desks appear to be very clean, and they're supplied with sort of the standard airship tools that one might need for charting courses. The helm here is a polished ash wood. You've got doors leading out on either side. This is where you will want to exit in case of an emergency. And the upper deck, half
Sorry,
of the floor.
do those doors just go straight out in this air? Like we just fling ourselves into space?
No, they have like a little bit of like a you can unroll
Like a
stairs.
guardrail? Or okay, yeah.
In the upper level portion of it is like what am I thinking of? Like floor with like holes in it, kind of like an industrial,
Corrugated? No,
Like
not
it's
corrugated.
braided or like a catwalk kind of.
like a
feeling?
catwalk. Yeah. This is where the a lot of the
I just
engine
want to say
machinery
catwalk,
is.
very offensive term in this world, but it's fine.
I didn't say it. I didn't say catwalk. And then back behind here, back behind here is where all the engine stuff is. And then forward here is a portion where you can kind of like open it up to the outside in case you need to like this would be a place for gun emplacements or casting spells, sort of like the primary
Offensive.
offensive deck. And it sort of sucks that it's on the same level as the engine stuff, but it is a pretty compact airship as far as
Yeah.
airships are concerned.
Yeah, we went for the compact, not the SUV of airships.
Correct.
Okay. And so what kind of action would I be taking looking at this engine?
I think we're just gonna do like just a flat D20.
I rolled bad.
You did roll bad. So the engine sputters. Pull on the choke. I think Seppi is actually going to come up there to help you, and we'll
Oh my
have
God,
you
I
roll.
don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it looks very complicated at first, but and he starts like point things out and like different levers to pull, and explains kind of the timing on how to do it.
Uh-huh.
And I'll have you make the roll again with advantage.
So, 2d20.
Yeah. There we go.
14.
The gigantic engines far above you roar to life, and they are spell engines. So like the roar is like the initial burst of startup energy, but once that passes, they actually run pretty quiet. And as soon as they are activated, you feel the helm start to like give and or like to pull certain directions, and like it starts to demand your direction on it. And I'll have you. Oh,
Great.
we're veering left.
Do you want to use bardic inspiration on that?
Could be helpful.
I probably
Okay.
should, huh?
The
Yeah.
DC is not high.
Oh no!
No, that's one DD6. That's
total-
one
Oh,
DD6.
oh yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That's,
yeah,
that's not a
okay.
legal roll.
Oh, it's funny.
Okay, good.
11. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yep. So
Oh, that's funny.
the jolt catches you by surprise, but you quickly assume control and right the ship, and slowly you start to gain altitude. And Quinn, I'll have you also make a roll just to chart your course
Great,
and make sure
D20?
that we hit. Yep, just a flat D20.
10.
Nailed it. These were all DC 10s.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I made it a little bit easier. It's your first time on an airship. Yeah, I wish I had like a cool animation to show, but the airship picks up air and floats up above. You see guards and dock workers all scurrying about kind of the that big rig that was supporting the airship. But it's very much too little, too late. They are not able to get to you before the verdant dawn rises up above the shipyard, and with Sevi assisting Manny, you're able to give it just enough power to cruise out of Nibelus like pros, and you are very quickly airborne. And I'll bring you to the world map.
Wow, this ship is shaped like a giant crawfish. It's really horny.
What
That's really horny.
was this ship called again? The Viridian Crawfish.
The verdant dawnfish, please.
Viridian Dawnfish.
Wait, where was that? Hang on a second. I was making a handout earlier. There it is. I found it. I found the asset that I was looking for before we started. Okay.
Oh my god.
Sorry for interrupting. Let me get you a proper token.
Oh. That's an
Okay.
airship, all right.
Yeah. So there's our
Oh.
airship.
Cool.
Let me make that.
Joe, your hiccups are intense, right?
I've muted myself for the stream.
Okay. It's not for us.
Okay.
Yeah, it is awful.
Controllable by all players. Can we all just collectively say goodbye to the crab?
Goodbye.
I don't want to, but we
crawfish.
can.
It'll
You
always
were
be
very
here.
Good. He's always been our airship in our hearts.
I mean, we're changing the name of the airship to the Viridian Crawfish.
No, the
horny crawfish.
The SS Crawfish. HMS Crawfish.
Holy
Great.
shit, guys, we did it.
I think we're, as I'm holding on to the wheel, I think we got this, guys.
Yeah, that went infinitely better than I thought it would.
One IE, just don't speed so they don't pull us over because I don't know if we can land.
I'm only steering. You're in charge. You're in charge of the speed.
Oh shit. Okay.
Quinn is gonna.
It is
pop-
because of the flooring on that portion of the floor that you're on, Manny. You can just talk and they can hear you down in the main level.
Oh, it's like
and he's
graded.
shouting louder than he needs to anyway.
Yeah.
He's shouting down the stairs. He does not think about it. There's like I feel like there's like a pipe he thinks he has to yell into or something.
Manny, come down here. I think we need to have ourselves a little toast.
Here.
First, learn how to drive. Immediately start drinking and drive.
Well, there's an order to things.
Vera, do you have an ice cantrip?
Ooh.
You know,
Chill
that is a
touch.
good question. I have cold hand, I think. But
Ray of Frost.
Cone of cold, yeah.
No, I like cold hand. It's
Me
just
too.
sorry, chill touch is what I mean. Not cold
I'll
hand.
cast Cold Hand.
That's necrotic, though.
I don't actually know if that would chill our.
Yeah,
Is that just like when your partner has cold hands and they like
Mm.
get you when you're in bed?
yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
put
yeah.
it under
Yeah.
like you like are
Unfortunate-
uncomfortable.
Unfortunately, Quinn, all I deal is poison, fire, and lightning, so I can't really help you.
You cast chill touch on the champagne anyway, and it's still
Yeah.
warm, but when you drink it, the hairs on the back of your neck stand up.
Yeah.
Ooh, good vintage.
It's not actually cold; it just freaks you out to
Yeah.
drink it. It's
Right,
like,
right.
yeah, I don't like this.
Is
It
this wine
almost triggers
spicy?
your fight or flight.
Right.
I just want to say to this crew, I think that went as well as we could have done it. We got in, we got the mask, we stopped the gladiatorial combat. I think we're doing pretty well for ourselves. We found out where the eggs were taken. We're going to save the eggs. We're going to save the creepy water lady with the head thing.
Capadra. Yeah.
We're going to save the Capadra young. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Young Capadra.
It was pretty good, except I think we are wanted for murder of a high-ranking official and also wanted for potential murder of the emperor. That part not our finest, maybe.
Don't worry, I
This is the
think
first time we've been wanted.
that'll all blow over. We'll be able to return to the Empire soon enough.
You also might be potentially wanted for crashing the Emperor's flagship.
That's also true.
Eh.
But we did save
Allegedly.
the Emperor's life. Or rather, Kenneth Adams did. What a hero.
never
A true
never find
Hebrian.
that. Yeah.
True
right.
Hebrian.
I can't wait to meet him someday. Manny fully believes Kenneth Adams is a different person.
A different person, yeah.
you know, Manny, maybe one day you will.
You're Batman to one person.
yeah.
I would agree. You guys did very well in that arc. You did accomplish pretty much
Yes.
everything that was put in front of you. Well done.
Nice.
Thanks.
Is there anything that you would like to do on the trip to Karkarum?
I would like to look into what this mask does. I think
Okay.
Vera will as well.
Yeah,
Sure.
I've been attuning.
Yes. Let me tell you right now that these masks, as far as their passive abilities in game, are very good. These are legendary items. When they are attuned, or when you attune to them, it makes it. You can only attune to one magical item at a time. This also makes it, I think, harder to use other magical items just in general because they're just very, very strong. Which one would you like to hear about first?
Yes.
I have no magic items, so maybe the Harangon one?
The Mask of Lagora is the Mask of Speed and Swiftness. When attuned, it gives you an additional 10 feet of movement every turn, as well as an additional reaction each turn cycle.
Whoa, pretty cool.
What a face.
I was thinking if I had any way to take advantage of that, and I don't really, but that's still sick. Can you be attuned to it without wearing it?
I think we just said yes, right?
Like you can be attuned to it and then like put it on and then take the effect? Okay.
Yes. Yep, that's what Amalia did with her mask.
Okay.
Slight
She-
note: 5e rules. You can attune to 3 items, no more than.
Oh, you
At
can
a
only
time.
attune to a mask.
That's fair. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Feels fair. Feels fair.
Does Greg's scythe count as a magic weapon?
It
He's not
does.
probably attuned to it though.
But I don't think I can use a magic weapon if I'm attuned
Like
to the
I have a
mask.
magic weapon, but it doesn't require attunement.
This is different, though.
This is different. These are very,
yeah.
very strong.
Yeah, his
Well,
scythe
no.
is
I think
different.
the question is, does he have to attune to his scythe? Can he also wear a mask? Is the question. But
I think probably the difference is I can still swing a scythe as a scythe. I just probably can't benefit from any of its magical properties if I am currently attuned and using a mask.
It's not that you can't use them, but I think that they will be dampened if you are also attuned to a mask.
How easy is it to unattune from a mask?
Also takes a day.
Interesting. Okay.
What does the other one do?
The Mask of Umoro is the mask of shielding and protection. It grants the user temporary hit points equal to a quarter of their total HP while attuned, and also increases their armor class by their dex modifier.
what if they already have that?
What if they already have that?
Most
I guess
people
most
have that
people
actually.
get that, so it's adding an
Yeah.
additional.
Your AC is your dex plus your whatever armor you're wearing.
I agree.
It doubles.
It's in addition.
It adds your AC is increased by your dex modifier while you're attuned.
Again.
I think that would be great for Greg, but also because you're a little squishier. But I mean, also like, of course, man, you would really like that.
Yeah. Let's see what the third one does. The other thing with
We
Vera,
only
though,
have
is-
2.
You only
We
have
only
two.
have 2.
But let's see what the third one does.
That's yeah, exactly. I mean, come on, we
Gotcha,
know where
Anthony.
we're going.
We have to find it, but we'll see what it does.
I agree, but I'm almost thinking it's more of a like min-max thing of add it to the people that don't use as much magic who can do more damage and protection because I need magic to be able to do things as most effectively as I can. So it kind of doesn't matter if I have more shielding if I can't use the things that I'm good at because then I'm still just doing basic melee attacks. But that's how I feel about it. But
No, I agree because my attacks will be basic melee attacks, so
yeah,
that is sensible.
Also, Cathar's got a hold on me. He ain't letting me go just like that. He's gonna get jealous.
You're attuning to someone else. Who's this bitch? Let me read your messages.
Slut.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, is it slut? It is.
Well, we have some downtime. We also had the Great Sword of Honor and the Great Sword of Valor.
Oh yeah.
We were thinking about maybe they would fit together. Did they fit together to become one great sword?
We
Is
did
that a
think
thing that we were thinking?
Yes.
It was a thing that
I said I was like, what if they fit together? And you were like, that's very cool.
That
Doesn't
does
mean
not
it
mean they
happens.
do that.
That
Because
sounds like something I would say.
we have 3 great swords right now. That are
We have
like
fire
3 magic
greatsword,
great swords, and only one person uses great swords.
Can.
Yeah,
I
only
don't
one person
even really.
can
Everybody
use
can
great
use
swords.
them. You're just not very good at using them.
That's fair.
Do they fit together? Yes.
Oh. Give me that back, Sevi. Put some together.
Yeah, we did give one to Sevi.
I thought I was gonna teach him, and I immediately you could have the fire one. What does that mean, Anthony? What am I looking at here with these combined great swords?
Yeah. what were they named? It was Valor and
Honor.
Valor and Honor.
On
Great Sword of Valor, Great Sword of Honor.
Got it. So when combined, they become the. Oh, I don't even know what's bigger than a greatsword.
The
Colossal
The
sword.
Weehander.
Buster Sword.
It's Vihander.
I think they just become. It's just sword. They become the sword of virtue.
Oh, shit.
And I will get you some stats. It needs to be wielded two-handed.
Well, so does any greatsword does already, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Not an Elden Ring.
Fair.
Fair.
I'm not a colossal sword wielder yet, though.
You are in this game if you want to be.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be wielded two-handed, and I'll get you some stats. And yeah, that's dope as hell.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna put them both in here, but then I'm gonna put sword of valor.
Can you split them apart into two,
Sword of Virtue is the combined name.
Virtue.
two one-handed great swords?
Yeah, it's split apart. Become Radon. Become ungovernable.
Yeah. I want all of our magic items to fit together, so they split apart like in the climax of Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, the movie.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want that for Manny because Quinn doesn't use
So-
weapons.
So
really.
oddly specific.
I'm right there. I'm right there with
If
him.
you've seen the movie I'm talking about, you know
Yeah,
what I'm talking
have.
about.
And I know
You know.
I've also
God,
seen Power
Advent
Rangers.
Children. Advent Children's a fairly deep cut for millennials, I feel.
Really?
Really?
Well, think about it. I mean, because think about it. Well, maybe Gen X watched it, but I'm sure most Gen Z kids have not watched Advent Children.
Oh, Advent Children
They
is
didn't grow up.
Oh,
No, it's good. I'm just saying, they didn't grow up with Final Fantasy VII. They now are just getting Final Fantasy VII remake or whatever.
Well, that was
rebirth.
5 years ago that the first one came out, but
I thought when you said deep cut for millennials,
I thought you were
most
saying,
millennials
yeah.
wouldn't
I guess
get it.
it's narrow posting for millennials. Is more
Oh,
what I meant.
absolutely.
I'm fine with
Because
that.
I'm I'm aware of this, but that's not even I don't think that's a thing outside of millennial nerd groups that people would even register. But yeah.
Yeah, but also go watch Advent Children. It rips shit.
pretty good.
it does.
Yeah, it's
Go
cool
play
as
Final
hell.
Fantasy VII. It's amazing.
Also, also
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII. Hot take: Final Fantasy VII's good game.
Oh, that's gonna get us canceled.
Here's
Anything's gonna get
a
canceled with that.
here's a hotter take. I cannot play Final Fantasy games. I just can't.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
I
unfortunate.
want to. I can't.
I
I
have
want to. I
only
can't.
Even the
fully played
remakes
one
for
Final Fantasy VII game, and it is
They're
just-
one.
I just can't.
15
Yeah,
is 15 is
I'm
super
the
good.
same.
I really enjoyed 15.
they're all very good, except for
I just have a
10-2.
hard-
Which
I
one
have
is
a hard time
15?
with JRPGs.
15
in
is
general.
uh you're on a road trip with
Couldn't
three of
do
your
it. I
friends.
tried.
Oh yeah.
I've
Oh,
actually
it's
heard-
so
I've heard
fun, I
the
love
latest
you.
one, 16, I heard is very good. My only thought is I have started many a Final Fantasy and gotten about 3/4 of the way through 10, and I think as well as 10-2, but the only one I've ever beaten is 7. 7 is truly if you're going to play a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, if you're gonna play
7
a Final
kinda
Fantasy, yeah.
slaps. Yeah, it's all the way through. But I was I that one held me through the whole thing. It was a good game.
15 is my ideal Dungeons and Dragons campaign setting, which is it's fully fantasy, except there is a car that you drive and you get to go on a road trip with your friends, but it is otherwise fully fantasy.
Hell yeah.
Anything else that you'd like to do on the flight?
Manny teaches his Snips. He teaches Snips
Snips how to
tricks.
murder.
Yes, that too. That's the trick.
The trick
I
is
don't have
murder.
I don't have animal companion handling it, so I can't do anything practical. But I would be trying to train him. Yeah, maybe
Okay.
with Sevi's help. I'm teaching him responsibility. This pet.
We have an ornate crystal tiara that we don't know the value of. Can we make a check to figure that out?
Sure.
I'm wearing it.
You're drawing all the cards.
I guess Vera should make that check then. I guess not me.
Sure, I can make a
What?
check.
How
I
did
think the last time I tried to make it,
Investigation or history.
I think the last time I made that check, I failed. So that's why I didn't know what the fuck it did. But I just still put it on my head and still don't know what the effect
Do you
is.
do you want some help?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to know what the fuck this
I got
does.
a 9 on history.
Okay.
It's priceless.
Okay. Let's all just settle down. Can I do an Arcana check for this?
Sure.
That's an 18.
There is no magical signature coming off of this tiara. It's ornately made, but it is just an item.
You did say investigation, which I did not roll, but
That's fine.
cool. It's
Michael,
just
are
a
you
pretty
investigating
tiara.
the tiara?
Yeah, Manny would look at it out of curiosity, but I didn't do very
It's
good.
priceless. You can't put a price tag on this thing.
Cannot put a price on this thing. It is
Physically
absolutely
not.
priceless. Yeah, that's cool. As far as she's concerned, it's just very beautiful, and she's wearing it.
Why don't you want to throw your hat in the ring and take a crack at this?
I mean, I can. I'm steering the ship, man.
Yeah,
Pretty
who's
busy.
flying this thing?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
an
pretty busy.
airship. It goes in a straight line
We're all
once you're in
drinking.
there.
Wait. Hold on 1 sec. Is this the same tiara that we found in the dungeon, or is this a different tiara?
Same tiara.
Yeah,
Same
same
tiara.
tiara.
Because I will say, Anthony, I wrote down a specific note from what you told me, which is that I found a magic tiara. So I don't know what it does. So when you tell me it's not magic, I don't believe you, which is from that session.
Unless
But
you
I might
rolled
have been.
badly and you're like, this has to be magic, and you rolled
Yeah,
good
yeah.
and you're like, this
Well,
is not
what I
magic.
rolled was for like, what does it give me as a bonus, or like, what does it give me as an effect, which I did not roll on.
Yeah.
But
Let me
So-
let me re-listen to the end of the last session.
yeah. Let me
don't
know what you think
remember
is
that.
fair. I just took a
Yeah.
note, so that's why I'm asking. Because
Okay.
that's why.
W-
Yeah.
with-
But
with an
whatever you think is
18,
fair. Yeah.
With an 18, if the recordings check out, that would
You'll
be
tell
able
me
to
more.
tell you what it does.
Tell me more information. I love that. I love that retcon. That's great.
That's very funny.
I'm just gonna put TBD as my
what it
parentheses on
does,
this
yeah.
item.
That's
Yeah.
smart.
Cool.
Also,
Fantastic.
Yeah,
also,
that's it for- that's
I'm
it. Oh.
so not worried about us like navigating this ship because we have like 6 sextants.
Yeah, right.
Well,
this-
you have to use them. You can't just have a sextant and you're good at navigating.
One thing that I would like to do, which it doesn't have to be now, it can be kind of like as the trip progresses, is I do think it would be interesting for Vera to try to deepen her relationship with Cathar in a way that is like a lot of the time she speaks to Cathar, but Cathar doesn't explicitly respond back other than like there's been like moments where there's been a certain kind of energy, and I think like she'd want to try to explore more of that connection.
Sure.
in a
She's
more
gonna flirt with
dedicated-
Qatar. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, she's gonna fuck Cathar. Like, what do you?
Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
So Vera.
Uh,
I'm guessing Vera attuned to the Amoro mask, and Quinn attuned to the Lagaro mask.
Yeah, what I will say. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I attuned to Lagoro. I think we weren't sure if Quinn or Manny was going to attune.
I think what happens just narratively is that she attunes to that mask and then realizes it basically kind of cuts off her connection to Cathar or like dampens it. And I
Yeah.
think she realizes like that is not for her. Like that feels wrong, and so she unattunes to it. It's a long trip in an airship, right? So she's not like there's a couple of days that go by. So I think she kind of
Yeah.
like attunes then deattunes and like basically is like someone else can attune to this, but like I think that feels like
she
the wrong.
tunes, and then she dropped D tunes, and then
She dropped the tunes and then
Dropped the tunes.
yeah. No, but I think
Pirates mean when they drop D tuning, right?
I think one of y'all want to tune to it, you can. I think she feels kind of like icky about that because her source of power comes from Cathar.
I mean, again, Manny will take that. If that's okay.
Do it. Take it.
Hell yeah. Yes, good. Tomorrow.
I have a question for you, Anthony.
Yes, Greg.
say we're in a battle, hypothetically. I don't know if we would know this, but say we're in a battle hypothetically, and
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, an enemy steals a mask. Does the mask have to be within a certain distance from us to have an effect, or does it have to be on? Like, is there like a minimum? When you say attuned, is it if somebody steals it from us and runs away, does it stop working? I guess is
Kind
my
of a
question.
good general question, to be fair. Yeah.
That's a great
Yeah, I mean
question.
that's why I'm asking. Like, is there like a
Yeah.
range of effectiveness to our bodies
Um,
to the attuned person?
Yeah, the mask, I will make the ruling now. The mask has to be on your person in order
Okay.
to get the in-game effect.
But the effect. Okay, cool. That's fine. I just want to double check. Yeah.
If it is separated from you for 24 hours, like if it is stolen and they get away, you would become unattuned.
You don't have to wear it.
Yeah, we said that.
Interesting. Okay. Nice.
Sorry, Anthony, can you remind me how many temporary hit points it grants?
Half your
The
current
maximum
max HP.
Nope.
Quarter.
Quarter of your
Quarter.
a quarter of your total has temporary hit points.
So every full rest, I assume that re-ups.
Yes.
And then it was re-add your dex.
Yes.
And mine was plus 10 speed, plus 1 reaction.
Correct.
Per cycle. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'll live forever, guys.
And what was
You
the
might.
Amoro? What was the Amoro animal again?
Minotaur.
More
Or
a beast.
Minotaur.
It's a beast.
The
It's
beast.
really-
The
Yeah.
beast. The beast. Okay. Cool.
Listening, BRB.
Cool. Yeah, that's all Vera wanted to do is
Okay.
talk to Cathar.
I'm going to give you guys a handout as you approach, because something that you don't see in the world map is the kind of the lay of the land of Karkarum. And Karkarum is characterized, of course, by the red ashen wastes that make up pretty much all of the land mass.
Including beaches?
Including beaches, yes. That's
Nude beaches.
it does meet water. But the other thing that you would be able to see, even from a distance, is this spine of pearlescent white citadels that trace across its length. And I think even from the air, you can see it's very slim, but there is a winding road that connects the citadels to one another, called the Citadel Way. And I'll bring you guys to the world map. So you are approaching from Nibelus. Give me my ruler. Are you taking a straight shot to the middle? Where would you like to go as far as getting to this next
Well,
continent?
when we had the vision of the red wastes that was described to us, did we have a sense that there were other structures that would have kind of educated us on that, or was it just generally that it was like?
That's what I was going to ask for, like landmarks that we saw that we could see from this height. Like
If
trees
not, I think we would just try to go to the closest shore and try to be in a new, like, essentially get out of international waters and get onto a new empire as soon as possible to escape
Yeah, I'd also imagine
any
that
kind
some
of
of the ones
jurisdiction. But
closer are still gonna be big, right? Because they're gonna be like airship dock ones, so there might still
Really
be
good
rumor
question,
mills
Greg.
Sure. I'm not going to make you roll. I think reflecting on the memory, the shared memory that you all had, you would recall that there was a citadel in the background, but I don't think you'd be able to make out which one it was.
which one? Yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, I think Vera would have been most interested to just go to the like eastern tip and try to go to like the first settlement there because she wants to get away from Styria and into like another jurisdiction as quickly as possible, so that they're not like sitting ducks for any like
Sure.
chasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, sounds good.
So we will end with the airship approaching the red wastes of Karkaram, and the airship meeting turbulent air. The red wastes kick up ash storms that make it hard to direct, and Quinn, I think some of your navigation gets to be a little haywire, and visibility drops pretty considerably as you make your approach, and we will end there. Thank you all for listening. Follow us on socials, and that is the official conclusion, episode 20 of the
Ultimate episode.
of the arc.
It's not penultimate. We're ultimate.
It was the
Oh, yeah.
the ultimate episode.
The
Of
ultimate
20.
episode. All right. Thanks, team. We'll catch you later.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
I